So this is the team I am gonna use. Of course, if you have Little Jack and Jack and Roll, you can already have a great team to beat that stage. But the goal of the video is gonna be to just have a look by curiosity to the heroes, other limited heroes, because they are clearly not accessible and probably these are not the ones that you want to target early on, but just by curiosity to see how great it can perform in that content. Because I'm hearing that many players are complaining about Jingle Belle, saying that she needs a rework. Maybe without exclusive, she needs a bit more power. I agree with that. But once she has the exclusive 3, of course she doesn't need any rework. In terms of PvP or PvE, she is just gonna rock, and you are gonna see that during the fight. I'm using Esther to increase her piercing rate and direct damage, and it works so well because also I have a shield smash aura, and she is gonna ignore a huge amount of the defense of enemies. And in these content, they have a lot of defense, and so this is gonna be great, so your direct damage are gonna start dealing a high damage. Esther is also great because she can revive my heroes, and you are gonna see that during the run she is gonna revive multiple times my heroes, especially because of Greta. She is gonna remove my buffs, they won't have the damage immunity from Nordak anymore, and so other enemies can just kill them. And so if I have the yellow egg, I'm gonna get revived. This is really strong, and Esther is just an amazing hero for PvE. In fact, many players are saying that she is bad for PvE, but I don't agree. She is an amazing hero in every content in the game. And let's find out how does it work, and you are gonna see the damage of Jingle Belle are just stunning. And also sometimes she can freeze enemies. It wasn't the case that time, but it can happen. Look at that, already one enemy dead. And half health on everyone. 2 other enemies dead. This is just completely broken, right? And the wave is almost over. With a bit more power, with 30 turns, it would be cleared. Second wave already. And over time, she is getting more damage. So now she deals way more than before, and when she's gonna reach the boss wave, it's gonna be even faster. 56 turns, and we are already at the boss wave. That's huge. And look at Greta and Catherine. Okay, I wasn't able to freeze Catherine with my Nicholas, and that's pretty weird, because if you have a look to my Nicholas, 206% effect hit, but that's not all, because on the blessings, he has 23% more freeze hit plus 24%. And so in fact, normally if you do the calculation, he has more than 260% effect hit on freeze. And they have only 112% resistance, and I don't have the 100% chance to freeze. This is really weird. But now they are frozen, thanks to her ultimate, because you know what? Outside of doing insane amount of damage, she can also freeze enemies. And so now, how many turns will I need to kill the boss on stage 40? 93% HP remaining on the boss on the turn number 19. Look at that, 61% HP remaining on the boss, 130 turns, and I still have all my heroes alive. Sometimes they are taking some hits, but remember that I have the yellow egg of Esther just in case, and so she can revive my heroes. 50% HP. Almost done, 177 turns, 12% HP remaining on the boss. In one hit, he is gonna die. On Jingle Belle's turn, 185 turns. This is my best run ever. And I have an HP crit rate, okay, that one is bad. If you check the fast clearance lineup preference, I am top 4 using Jingle Belle here instead of Little Jack, and you have other teams. You have Bailey using that team with both Little Jack and Jingle Belle. He has crazy stats. This is probably not the most optimal one. If he was using Esther instead of Little Jack, I'm pretty sure that he could reach the same as Clee does. This is 159 turns, but he has crazy stats, auras, echoes, and etc. on all heroes, and this is why he can reach that score there. But 185 turns using that team, it's really fast and pretty safe in fact. So I do love that team, and I have more win rates using that team than using the one with Little Jack and Jack and Roll. I don't understand why, maybe I don't have enough stats on them, but it's way easier to deal damage using her in that content than using Little Jack in my opinion. So I'm gonna show you the smart casting just in case you want to use that team. This is my Esther. On every wave I'm using that skill in priority to get the red egg first, and so she can reduce the cooldown of my Jingle Bell most of the time, and I am banning the blue egg. So she's gonna use the red egg, then the yellow egg, so I'm gonna have the revive just in case, and then she is gonna use the basic attack if she doesn't have her cooldown in time, and untransform, and then she's gonna retransform to egg form and use the red egg again, and so my Jingle Bell will have her cooldown more often. On Lydia, I'm using that on every wave. I checked that checkbox. On Nordak, I'm using that on the first wave. Wave number 2, I'm using that as the first skill, and then I'm banning it so I can have it directly for the third wave. On Jingle Bell, everything is opened, but I should try to use that skill in priority, but the problem is that you have 3 enemies to kill on the last wave, and it's strong to use the ultimate to freeze them. It can help a lot instead of using that directly. It can be more efficient to use that though. I have to try that before. And on Nicholas, priority on the ultimate first, and then I'm banning it for the first wave, same for the second wave, and everything open for the third wave. On Nicholas, it's not useful to use a Mastery Surge aura because you are gonna deal direct damage only, so maybe an aura to increase his effect hit can be better. And I think I should have used that one instead. Jingle Bell, Shield Smash Aura, of course, so she's gonna have more piercing rate, this is really important, and this is the stats of my Jingle Bell. 55k attack, almost 56k, 332% crit damage, 100% crit rate, of course you need that. And I'm using that echo on her level 30, so she has more attack and more direct damage during the fight. If you have the echo of Jingle Bell, use it instead if you have more level on it, so you are gonna have even more damage using her. So it's not optimal, but still really strong. And I have no star on it, so it can do so much better in the future. This is stunning in my opinion. Then I'm using some HP blessings, why not? A legendary crit rate, 13% more, this is huge, and a 7% one. On my Esther, this is what I'm using. I have a lot of speed, 2940, I have 100% effect hit, it doesn't matter, same command for the resistance, and I was only running with 78% healing effect. What the hell is that? This is not my main build. Normally I have the 100% healing effect, and in that case she gives more damage to my Jingle Bell. I have to change that and it's gonna be even better. You need the 100% healing effect in priority when you are using an Esther. And she has Skill Master Aura 2 stars only, so I have 3 more stars to go to have even more damage. And I was using that to have a bit more healing effect. And then that's more for PvP to have silence resistance and freeze resistance. And I am using that one, 0 stars, so one more time I can have way more damage in the future. This is my Lydia. I'm using that echo, this is really important, so during the fight you are gonna increase your attacks, crit damage and skill damage on Jingle Bell. You are gonna deal way more damage using that. Combat Vanguard, 5 stars, really interesting too, really strong too, to increase your damage against the boss and waves, because she has only attacks on enemies, so she will always apply the debuff. I'm using her with a lot of attack, crit rate and crit damage and a lot of speed. This is everything that matters. And at the end of the day, you don't care about having too much crit rate, crit damage and attack because she doesn't deal that much damage during the fight. Nordak, I have a lot of HP on him and speed. This is the only thing you want to have on him. The goal is going to be to play fast, to apply the buffs on your heroes, and to apply a stronger shield with thanks to the HP you have. and give more HP to your heroes. So I'm using a Dwarven Ruins aura on him, so during the fight he is gonna have more HP. That echo to increase his HP, you have another purple one to increase also his HP, so use the one you have. And I'm using crit damage blessings on him and tenacity ones. And finally my Nicholas, I'm using him with a lot of speed, this is important, and with a high effect hit to freeze waves, this is really important. Speed and effect hit, you need a crazy amount of effect hit if you want to be sure to freeze waves. And as you saw before during the run, 206% was not enough, even with a 23% freeze hit blessing and another 25% one. This is huge. And I was using that echo to have even more effect hit. That's really important. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. If it's the case, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Have a nice day and see you in the next video. Bye bye.